What's up, baddies? You already know the vibes. It's Malaya, the baddest witch, and we are back with another video. Thank you to everyone who has stayed tuned in. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that stuff because it helps me get this message out to the rest of the world. So let's get right into this video because I found one pill that, it delivered me from crazy town. Bitch, and now I'm normal again, period. The cure is called the ancestors. The ancestors have delivered me, and they can do the same for you. Go set up an altar. That's the end of the video. Peace. I'm out. The actual cure to my bipolar depression was to have a positive attitude every day. And I'm cured, bitch. I'm happy. The actual cure to my bipolar depression was luxurious baths, self-care. Because obviously, you get in that bath, you let them bubbles, rubber-dub-dub all up on you while you about to scrub. What do you have to be worried about? So obviously, there is no one thing to cure it all. We're learning that every day. Taking care of yourself and health and wellness is a popular subject these days. The universe, everything in our current reality is forcing us to learn how to take care of ourselves. And I had to do that, for my livelihood before we were locked in on quarantine. There are medications that you can take if you are diagnosed with any sort of mental illness that can help you maintain and manage brain activity so that you're not overwhelmed, so that you can get through the day and be present enough to, not have severe episodes. But those medications do not repair the damage that has happened to your brain. Because that was the case, I decided that that wasn't the route that I wanted to take. I wanted to not only be able to get through the day and manage my mood, manage my brain activity, but I wanted to be better. So I called on my ancestors. They let me know that what I needed to do was root work. I needed to address not only what was happening to my brain, but the causes of it. Get to the root of that stuff. Prune the garden. Figure out what was there that I no longer needed. What did I need to implement into my life to take care of my roots, to sustain my roots? Because we know that the roots is the source of the life for a plant. It's the source of where the nutrients is. The healthier the roots, the healthier the plant. And this is the same for humans. All earth-dwelling beings. This is how we are, our roots is how we are connected to the physical realm. So the first thing I want to recommend is plant medicine. Plant medicine is exactly what it sounds like. It's medicine that comes from the plants, that comes from Mother Earth. And you can administer this medicine in a plethora of ways, incorporating more plants into your diets. If you're not ready to give up meat, still incorporate more plants into your diet because these foods have the nutrients that we not only need to survive, but our brain needs to heal. And that's really what this is about. So we don't have to worry about the medication. We don't have to worry about the episodes because truth be told, and I'm gonna get real, when we're talking about mental health and mental illness, a lot of it is because there is malfunctions within our physical body. It's us needing to get into our physical bodies and clear some shit out. Holding on to old stuff, physically and spiritually, clogs not only your digestive system, but it causes brain fog, which can cause you to have anxiety and to be in a depressed state of being. It's not just like, oh, okay, eat some vegetables because it's good for you. This is a source of how we stay alive on earth. It ain't no way around it. Incorporating more plants into my diet, I'm grateful for the medicine that it brings because we need it. It's available and abundant. We don't have to wait for it to be processed by a factory. Okay, so that's enough on that. Another form of plant medicine that I incorporate into my everyday is herbal supplements, vitamins and minerals in the form of capsules, like herbal capsules. I like to take these every day. Do I remember to take them? No, but I always have the intention on taking my vitamins every day. Thankfully, I have a partner who is on it and, you know, has helped me organize my stuff for the week, all of my vitamins and minerals for the week, so I can just pop the top and, you know, take them. Do I do that? Not every day, but I'm getting there, okay? It's a process and I'm still in my journey. No judgment. This is actually the first thing that I decided to do. When I was prescribed the antidepressant after being diagnosed bipolar depressive, I was like, I can't do medication. I was just really clear that medication wasn't for me because I don't take medication. I don't even take aspirin. Girl, if I got a headache, I'm like, I'm either dehydrated or it's time for bed. You feel me? Like, that's how I was raised. So because I don't really take meds, over-the-counter medication, I didn't feel comfortable doing that, you know? So it wasn't for me. It's not something that I'm into in general. I researched natural antidepressants and I came across so many herbs and roots that I could take that would help me balance my mood, that will not only help me, you know, be present, but was also going to feed my body, you know, cleanse my blood and add nutrients in places where I was deficient. If you're interested about some of the herbs and vitamins that I take, let me know and I'll make a separate video about that because it's a bunch and it'll be the whole video of me going through that. So let me know. But that was the first thing that I incorporated into my everyday life. It was an introduction to getting the nutrients from the plants. I wasn't ready to do the full plant-based diet thing. I wasn't at the time. But I knew that I had to start somewhere. So that's where I started, and I still do that because it's necessary. Another way that I include plant medicine is herbal blends, you know, smoke blends, teas, tinctures. Shout out to my homegirl Lex, who gave me a Milky Oaks tincture a few years ago, and it was amazing. Like, she gave it to me at a time where I was having severe episodes, where I was just like very anxious, always in the moment. I had a hard time focusing and being present, and every time I was like in the moment, I would get really anxious. So she gave me the Milky Oats at a time where, you know, your girl was just struggling. And the Milky Oats really helped me focus and calm down, and, you know, it was clutch. I appreciate that. The other plant medicine that I recommend, highly recommend, period, is magic mushrooms. I took one journey with a initiated shaman and it was life-changing. And again, this was at a time where I was having severe episodes, you know, like severe depression, severe mania, anxiety, like to the max. It was bad. I went on this mushroom journey and I was able to have deep, in-depth, clear conversations with my ancestors. And I knew exactly who was talking to me when they were saying what. And they were clear and honest with me about what I needed to do to get better. You know, they were telling me, like, you gotta kill the sugar. Like, you have to cut out the sugar. Like, sugar is poison to us. We worked those sugar fields and it ain't been the same for us. You know, like, we put some energy on that crop that you don't want to be ingesting too much. And I'm gonna just leave that. They said what they said, period. So they was like, the sugar is dead. You know, like, you can't consume it as much as you used to, and especially as much as they are marketing it to you, because it ain't right. It ain't right. It just ain't right. I'm trying to keep this shirt up because, you know, it's giving me real cute, but it don't want to cooperate. I'm not understanding. They were like, you got to cut the sugar out. You have to release all of these things from your everyday, because guess what? We did that already. And we're telling you from the ancestral realm, this was a part of the reason why, you know, we transitioned so early, because we weren't able to take control of our own lives. You know, we weren't able to retrieve our power in this type of way. And we put you in places and positions to learn this information so that you can do better for all of us. So that you can do better for the next time that we, incarnate in the physical realm. And I took that very seriously. And because how could you not? You hear your grandmothers and your great aunts tell you about how you're repeating harmful cycles that they don't want you to, and they're giving you keys to get free. Like, I'm taking the mother keys and I'm running as fast as I can. And that's what I did. So that's why I say the magic mushrooms really helped me, because I was able to get clear, in a moment where I didn't, nothing was clear. Everything was bleak and murky. This was a moment of clarity for me that I could use as evidence that, okay, this is what I need to do. And this is how I'm gonna, help heal myself. The next tip or thing that I'm offering you is to stay connected to your body. As someone who is a Virgo rising, I came here with an active mind. I'm constantly thinking about stuff. I'm constantly analyzing the past, present, future. I have to be mindful of how much time I'm spending in my head, because I know that it can be used as an escape, for me sitting with my feelings, me being present with what's going on with my body. And that is a sure way to stay in a depressive state, to stay in a state of being anxious, because you don't know what's going on in the moment. It's just so much built up about what's to come or what already happened that you can't even brace for what's to come because you don't know what's going on right now. And that's not fair. That's not fair to you. If we are alive, you deserve to be free in the moment and feel good in the moment. If not feeling good all the time, feeling in the moment and being okay with that. So this is something that I had to do the work to get okay with, because it's not easy. I know it's not easy to be in the moment and be okay with what's coming up, what you're feeling in that moment. But it's a part of the healing process. It's the necessary work that we have to do, to be well. So being in the moment, being in your body can look like so many different things. And for me, it looks like dancing. I love dancing. I've been dancing since I was a little girl. I've been on dance teams. I dance in my living room for fun. I dance with my girlfriend for fun sometimes. I love to dance. And it's a form of therapy for me, but it also brings me to my body because it's working, it's moving, For you, this could be yoga, this could be kickboxing, Pilates. Do folks do Pilates anymore? Zumba? You know what I'm saying. I also enjoy cooking, which I didn't like to do before. But since I've incorporated more plants into my diet, I had to figure out a way to make it make sense, because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to survive on salad and roasted vegetables every day. So I need to, figure something out. So I've been enjoying cooking, researching recipes, creating my own recipes, just getting creative with the vegetables and flavors and seasons and all that stuff. And it's been allowing me to be present in the moment. I like to think about each ingredient that I'm adding into the dish and what flavors it brings and what is the medicinal and magical properties behind it. I love when there's meaning to shit, more Virgo. There has to be a purpose to something. So adding all these ingredients into my food with purpose, it forces me to be in the moment and to think about what's going on right now. Being present and in the body also looks like self-pleasure, masturbation, period. That's always a must. Depressed, stressed, blessed, bitch, we doing that regardless, because that's just how I am. Okay, so the next thing that I had to do, and this was a hard one, and I'm not gonna pretend like it's easy to do this, but it's not impossible. I had to commit to a different story. I had to commit to telling a new story about myself and who I am and who I'm becoming. I was not committed, and I still am not committed to being a sick person. I'm not committed to that narrative. I'm not committed to being bipolar depressive. That, that's not a title that I'm committed to carrying throughout my life. It doesn't add to anything. It doesn't take away anything, but it doesn't, it doesn't bring me anything. And I know it's hard to make drastic and hard shifts, in your trajectory when you're so used to following a certain path. I get it. Again, I'm here with you. But because I know that I'm responsible for creating the story of my life, I'm responsible for fulfilling my destiny, I'm not going to cower in the face of my shadow self anymore, because that's all it is. Being Black in this world, it comes with a lot already in the DNA and the muscle memory of our beings, so I'm not gonna pretend like we don't come with a lot of shit already on us. That's not indicative of where we're going or who the future of us is gonna be. You feel me? So because I'm clear about that, and because I know that I'm responsible for the fulfillment of my destiny, and according to my illustrious godmother, Iolosha Olaome Kalatunde, when she told me that I'm gonna have to look my grandmothers in the face and tell them why I didn't do my work on earth, that's all I needed. Look, put me right in line, okay? That type of judgment day for me is the motivation that keeps me striving forward, on my path. Like, when I transition, I'm gonna be able to look at my ancestors and feel good, feel accomplished, feel fulfilled. I'm looking forward to that well done, period, still, okay? If you know, you know. I committed myself to telling a new story about who I am, about where I'm going, about what I'm capable of doing, about what's possible in my life. And, every day I recommit myself to being new, to practicing new. I don't have to hold on to old practices just because this is who I am or this is how I've always been. I don't care nothing about that. I love the idea of becoming better. I'm literally obsessed with it. So, if you can present to me ways that I can improve, granted, I'm going to push back, especially if you do it in a way where you're trying to tell me what to do. I don't like that. But if I know this is what I need, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I want that well done. I want that well done. And yeah, that's motivation for me, period. So the next thing on my list is find support, whether it be a therapist, a counselor, advisor, a sibling group. Finding a person or a group of people who are committed to not only holding space for you to dig at those roots, process what's there, but holding space for you to heal and move on. And I don't always suggest that, you rely on a family member, because a lot of the times when we're digging up roots and tending to stuff at the root, our family isn't ready to do that with us. And that's okay. There's no need to shame them for where they are. Let your work speak for itself. Because when they see you shining because you tending to them roots, they gonna ask what's up. We've seen it before. And if they don't, then that's their destiny. That's the path that they chose. That's okay too. So seek support where it's okay for you to uncover the deep, hard, ugly truths about yourself, and where it's okay for you to not only process it, but move on. You want to be around people who are encouraging you to be different, who are encouraging you to let go of the old narratives, who are not continuing to put that on you and perpetuate old narratives for you. You want to be around folks who are like, yes, you are on your path and you are growing and healing and you are different and you are allowed to be different. So be different, be new, be changed, be healed. And the last thing that I'm going to suggest in this video is keep on living. That's it. Just keep on living. As my great grandmother would say, keep rolling with the punches and keep swinging back. We don't owe anybody wellness. We don't owe anybody productivity, but you do owe yourself everything. You owe yourself the reclamation of your power. So keep on keeping. Keep following your intuition and let it guide you down your purpose path, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this video brought you something useful, and I hope you're taking good care of yourselves and each other. Peace.